Have you ever thought about trading but have been held back by all of the supposed advice out there? Well, in this video, I want to show you a segment from our most recent workshop, the 3 lies that stop you from leaving a legacy, and dispel some of those myths that are so pervasive out there on social media. We're going to start with the most harmful one, in my opinion, the one that keeps most people in financial slavery.
And so it occurs to me that there are all of these lies out there in the marketplace, in just in society in general, and that's what I wanted to do tonight. I want to tackle the 3 biggest lies that are holding us back as fathers, as heads of households, as the responsible parties from leaving a legacy. Lie number 1, and boy, this one took some time to wrap my brain around, is that it's not necessary. Have you ever heard people say, either as a criticism or possibly as an encouragement, just get a good job. Just go out there and get a good job and work hard to provide for your family. You know, that's the American way. Get you a mortgage and get you a good job and work for 40 years and die, I guess. And that's all well and good as long as you have that good job. So at the risk of bringing the room down again, in 2018, I lost my job. Had a good job. I had a good job, right? Go get a good job. I had one. I'm a landscape architect by training, and I was working for a landscape firm, pretty big firm, successful firm. I thought I was doing a good job, and I lost my job. We lost a couple of clients. The boss decided to blame me as opposed to the guys who weren't cutting the grass, because I was supposed to be, I don't know. I was telling them what to do, and they weren't doing it. But anyway, and suddenly I'm hit with this realization that everything I'd been taught, go get a good job and provide stability and security for your family. Stability and security is only as good as the job that you have. Essentially, what I learned was I wasn't providing for my family. My employer was providing for my family. And that was a tremendous wake-up call for me. I don't ever again want to be in that situation. I was unemployed for 6 months, and I learned a lot about myself during those 6 months, and a lot of it wasn't good. Journey of self-discovery is fantastic for everybody. Be careful what you wish for. I actually wrote a book, or 3/4 of a book, during that time period. The working title is Waiting on God Sucks. I've been told that maybe I shouldn't use that as the actual title, but we'll get around to that one day. So lie number 1, it's not necessary, is reinforced with, hey, just go get a good job. You don't need to do that. Another one I hear is just save your money, protect it. Okay. Matthew 25 tells the story, the parable of the talents. And it talks about this employer, this master who leaves his guys some money. 3 guys. Over in Luke, it's 10, but in Matthew, it's 3. He leaves 3 guys some money, 5 talents, 2 talents, and 1 talent. By the way, just FYI, a talent is a unit of measurement. It's a weight. A talent of gold in today's money is, I think it's $2 million, something like that. So he left him a lot of money. And we know the story. The guy who was given 5 made 5 more. The guy who was given 2 made 2 more. The guy who was given 1 protected it. Oh, I don't want my master to lose this money. I'm going to go bury it in the ground. And what did the master save him? Now, this is Jesus talking, telling the story. He called him a wicked servant. You could have at least put it in the bank and earned some interest. And people say that, well, hey, just put it in the bank, just protect that money. A, that's operating out of fear, but protect your money. Inflation is going to eat into that the day you put it in there. So there's nothing wrong with saving money. And as everyone needs some money squirreled away for if you do lose your job. Looking back, I wish that I had some money squirreled away. However, and I won't chase this rabbit. Let me just say this as a testimony. The only thing I did right that entire period of time, it feels like I did everything wrong, was I remembered the story of David, who counted his army, did a census of his army, and God smacked him for it. Said, don't you do that. We made it through that 6-month period with me not having a job. My wife actually had to continue. She was working with me at that same company. She had to keep working for the guy who fired me for like a year. Can you imagine how I know how she felt? She every day she came home and she threw things. My son, who was 16, got a job at the movie theater and worked like 80 hours a week to help pay the bills. We didn't miss a meal. We didn't miss a mortgage payment. I, to this day, don't know how we made it through, but for the grace of God. So I'm glad we went through it. Maybe if I had saved money, I would have been relying on my own strength. I'm not saying don't save money. I'm just saying that I looked the other day. The best I could find savings account was like 3.8%. The government tells us that inflation's 2.5%. Do we believe that it's just 2.5%? I don't. Here's another one. Just pay off your debt. And okay, there's nothing wrong with paying off your debt. There's a lot of people who follow Dave Ramsey. I know the name. I know the books. I've never dealt a lot with Dave Ramsey, but I think I know that his basic mantra is just eat ramen for the next 6 years and put all your money and pay off all your debts. Well, that's great, but if you've got a mortgage that's got a 5% interest on your mortgage, and you can make 20% trading, why would you give up the 15% to save the 5%? That is not wise money management. But we hear this all the time. Don't risk it. Just go along with the idea, the plan. It's not necessary. Just live a normal life.
How many of you have ever bought into this lie without even realizing it? If that's you, then I would encourage you to click the link below and sign up for our next session of this workshop. It is totally free and may be the most important decision you will ever make with regards to setting your family financially free. I'll see y'all next time.